He called himself the Zodiac. He murdered at least 5 people in cold blood. He taunted police with phone calls, letters, and coded ciphers sent directly to newspapers. He told them he was killing for sport. He told them he would never be caught. And then he sent them a code so complex that the FBI, the CIA, and the world's best cryptographers could not crack it. For 51 years, that code sat unsolved, until 3 amateur codebreakers working from their living rooms finally broke it open. And what was inside was more chilling than anyone expected. This is the Zodiac Killer. And this is the case that proved some monsters are never caught. To understand the Zodiac, you need to go back to California in the late 1960s. America was already shaken. The Vietnam War, the assassination of Martin Luther King, the Manson family murders. The country felt like it was tearing itself apart. And into that chaos walked the Zodiac. The first confirmed attack happened on December 20, 1968. David Faraday and Betty Lou Jensen, 2 teenagers on their first date, were shot and killed on a remote road in Benicia, California. No witnesses, no motive, no leads. 6 months later, July 4, 1969, Darlene Ferrin and Michael Mageau were shot in a parking lot in Vallejo. Darlene died. Michael survived barely. Michael told police the shooter was a stocky man who approached their car without warning and opened fire. Then something completely unexpected happened. The killer called the police himself. He told them exactly where to find the bodies. And then he said, "I want to report a double murder." He was calm, emotionless, almost bored. And just like that, the Zodiac introduced himself to the world. 1 month later, on August 1, 1969, 3 Bay Area newspapers received identical letters in the mail. Each letter contained a detailed account of the murders that only the killer could know. Each letter contained a demand. "Print this letter on your front page or I will go on a kill rampage this weekend." And each letter contained 1/3 of a 408-symbol cipher. The killer claimed the cipher contained his identity. If anyone could crack it, they would know who he was. The newspapers published everything. A schoolteacher named Donald Harden and his wife Betty cracked the 408 cipher within 1 week. What was inside? Not a name, not an identity. Instead, a message that made investigators' blood run cold. The Zodiac wrote that he was collecting slaves for his afterlife. That killing gave him thrills. That the more slaves he collected, the more powerful he would be in paradise. He ended the message with these words: "I will not give you my name because you will try to slow down or stop my collecting of slaves for my afterlife." He was playing a game. And he had just told the entire world the rules. The letters kept coming. He signed every one with a crossed circle. His symbol, half cross, half target, like a rifle scope. He gave himself the name Zodiac in his second letter. And then on September 27, 1969, he attacked again. This time in broad daylight. Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard were picnicking at Lake Berryessa when a man approached them wearing a hood with his Zodiac symbol drawn on it. He tied them up and stabbed them repeatedly. Cecilia died. Brian survived. The Zodiac then walked to Brian's car and wrote the dates of all his attacks on the door in black marker. He wanted credit. He wanted to be known. 2 weeks later, October 11, 1969, San Francisco cab driver Paul Stine was shot in the head at point-blank range. The Zodiac mailed a piece of Paul Stine's bloody shirt to the San Francisco Chronicle along with his next letter. As proof, he wrote, "I am now in control of all things." He wasn't wrong. Police had no suspect, no DNA, no fingerprints, just letters and ciphers, and a body count that kept rising. Over the years, the Zodiac sent 4 ciphers to police and newspapers. Cryptographers call them Z408, Z340, Z13, and Z32. The Z408 cracked within a week. You already know what was inside. The Z13 and Z32, short ciphers that investigators believe may contain the killer's name or location. They remain partially unsolved to this day. But the most important cipher, the one that defined this case for half a century, was the Z340. 340 symbols arranged in 17 columns and 20 rows. The FBI tried to crack it. The CIA tried. Universities ran it through early computers. Cryptographers dedicated their careers to it. For 51 years. Nothing. Then in November 2020, a software developer named David Oranchak posted a video online. He had been working on the Z340 for 14 years. Together with a mathematician named Sam Blake and an Australian programmer named Jarl van Eyck, they finally broke it. The key was that the cipher didn't run left to right like normal text. It ran in a diagonal skip pattern, deliberately designed to fool codebreakers. The FBI confirmed the solution was correct on December 11, 2020, 51 years after it was written. So what did it say? I hope you are having lots of fun in trying to catch me. I am not afraid of the gas chamber because it will send me to paradise all the sooner because I now have enough slaves to work for me. He was still taunting them, even from 51 years in the past. And his name was still nowhere inside. Over 5 decades, investigators have named dozens of suspects, but one name has always stood above the rest. Arthur Lee Allen, a schoolteacher and convicted sex offender from Vallejo, California. The evidence against Allen was circumstantial but overwhelming in its volume. He told a friend before the murders that he wanted to hunt humans for sport and call himself Zodiac, after his favorite watch brand. The Zodiac watch brand features a crossed circle symbol, identical to the killer's signature. Allen was left-handed. Investigators believed the Zodiac was left-handed based on the writing angle. A knife found in Allen's trailer matched the description of the weapon used at Lake Berryessa. His car matched witness descriptions. His physical description matched survivor accounts. But here is where the case fell apart. When investigators finally got handwriting samples and fingerprints from Allen, they did not match the Zodiac letters. DNA recovered from the envelope stamps of the Zodiac letters did not match Allen. Arthur Lee Allen died in 1992, never charged with a single Zodiac murder. And the Zodiac was never officially identified. To this day, the case remains open. Here is what makes the Zodiac case unlike almost any other in criminal history. The killer claimed 37 victims in his letters. Only 5 murders were officially confirmed, which means if he was telling the truth, 32 victims have never been identified, 32 families who never got answers, 32 cases that were never connected. The last confirmed Zodiac letter was received in 1974. He simply stopped. Did he die? Did he move? Did he just get bored? Nobody knows. The Z13 and Z32 ciphers remain unsolved. They are short enough that many cryptographers believe they contain a name. His name. The San Francisco Police Department still has the Zodiac case listed as open and active. The FBI still maintains a file. And somewhere, in California or beyond, the answer to one of the most disturbing criminal cases in American history may still exist. In a cipher nobody has cracked yet. In a letter nobody thought to look twice at. In a name nobody connected. The Zodiac told police he would never be caught. So far, he has been right. Some killers leave bodies. The Zodiac left something worse. Questions? If you think you know something about this case, drop it in the comments below. Some of the best cold case breaks in history came from ordinary people who noticed something investigators missed. Subscribe to Grave Signal. We investigate the cases that never got solved. The next case is one that will make you question everything you think you know about justice. See you then.